Hi, I'm Rob. Welcome to your Daily Constitution. I am coming to you from the Rethink Home Studios in Anchorage, Alaska. So if you have a moment, take a look at rethinkhome.net. We have a lot of really cool stuff in here. There is furniture, there is a ton of artwork, and all kinds of just interesting things from all around the world. So if you have a moment, rethinkhome.net. Come by us if you're here in Anchorage at 322 Fireweed Lane. So, as I said, this is your daily Constitution, where we're going to take a little bit of the Constitution each day and read it. We'll look at it an article at a time, section by section, and just take a short video each day until we get all the way through it. We're going to read it straight through. We'll look at when items are changed by amendments, but we're not going to go look at those amendments until we get to the amendment section, and then we'll go back and look at what they changed. So, sit back and enjoy, and let's get started with your daily Constitution. All right, we have got 2 amendments left, and we are on the 26th Amendment, which is actually the most recent amendment to be passed in history. Now, there are 27, and we'll get to the reason tomorrow, but the 27th is not the most recent, even though it's the last one in the Constitution. So let's go ahead, take a peek at the 26th Amendment. So the right of citizens of the United States who are 18 years of age or older to vote shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or by any state on account of age. The Congress shall have power to enforce this article by appropriate legislation. So this amendment was proposed by the 92nd Congress by Senate Joint Resolution number 7, which was approved by the Senate on March 10th, 1971, by the House of Representatives on March 23rd, 1971. It was declared by the Administrator of General Services on July 5th, 1971. So April, May, June, July, 4 months, not even 4 months, less than 4 months to ratify this amendment. And it was on July 5th to have been ratified by the legislatures of 39 of the 50 states. So the amendment was ratified by the following states. This is all in 1971. So Connecticut, March 23rd, Delaware, March 23rd, Minnesota, March 23rd, Tennessee, March 23rd, Washington, March 23rd. So they were all ready to go. Same day that the House represented those states passed it. Hawaii, March 24th, Massachusetts, March 24th, Montana, March 29th, Arkansas, March 30th, Idaho, March 30th, Iowa, March 30th, Nebraska, April 2nd, New Jersey, April 3rd, Kansas, April 7th, Michigan, April 7th, Alaska, April 8th, Alaska, Maryland, April 8th, Indiana, April 8th, Maine, April 9th, Vermont, April 16th, Louisiana, April 17th, California, April 19th, Colorado, April 27th, Pennsylvania, April 27th, Texas, April 27th, South Carolina, April 28th, West Virginia, April 28th, New Hampshire, May 13th, Arizona, May 14th, Rhode Island, May 27th, New York, June 2nd, Oregon, June 4th, Missouri, June 14th, Wisconsin, June 22nd, Illinois, June 29th, Alabama, June 30th, Ohio, June 30th, North Carolina, July 1st, Oklahoma, July 1st, 1971, the last state to pass it before ratification. So it was completed on July 1st of 1971 and was subsequently ratified by Virginia, July 8th, Wyoming, July 8th, and Georgia finally in October. Just for good measure, they got a few more states. So what was the big deal about the 26th Amendment, and why do we want to get it so the 18-year-olds could pass? Well, like they said, it came about from a court case, a Supreme Court case, actually. So the 26th Amendment provides the right of citizens of the United States who are 18 or older to vote shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or any state of kind of age. The court case was Oregon versus Mitchell in 1970. So a deeply divided Supreme Court held that Congress had the authority to lower the voting age in federal elections, but lacked the power to do so for state and local elections. The states were statutorily required to allow people between 18 and 20 to vote for president, U.S. Senate, and U.S. House of Representatives, but retained discretion to limit state and local elections to voters who are at least 21. In response to Oregon, Congress proposed the 26th Amendment to lower the voting age to 18 for all elections, and that's the state part of the amendment. The amendment was ratified in less than 4 months, the shortest ratification period of any constitutional amendment. So, it was a big deal. Part of it was the Vietnam conflict. Most states were limited. By the time of the Vietnam conflict, most states still limited the franchise to people 21 and older because so many men between 18 and 20 were being drafted to fight in Vietnam. Congress came under substantial pressure to expand the franchise to them. And they consequently enacted the Voting Rights Act of 1970, which lowered the voting age to 18 for all federal, state, and local elections. So when they passed that law, that prompted the court case and such. They needed the amendment to get past the Supreme Court. So, this is the way it's supposed to be. The Constitution is supposed to be amended, and we've gotten to a point where that just does not happen anymore. So, and then, how do you have an election where you have to give somebody a ballot that's 18 and 20 and then a ballot that's not? So, I mean, yeah, I could see where that would just be a pain in everybody's butt. And then it was established that in addition to lowering the voting age for all elections to 18, the 26th Amendment also prohibits states from imposing special restrictions or residency rules just on voters who are between 18 and 20 years old. For example, shortly after the amendment was adopted, the California Supreme Court held that election officials may not presume that unmarried people between 18 and 20 live with their parents, but instead must apply the same residency rules that apply to everyone else. So, yeah, that is the 26th Amendment in a nutshell. And yes, there we are. All right. Well, hey, one more amendment to go. And then we'll probably look at amendments of the first thing we'll probably do after we get through tomorrow. So tomorrow would be Thursday. Yeah. Or Fridays, because this one is actually going to be tomorrow. You're going to be watching this. I'm filming this today, but you're watching it tomorrow. But anyway, on Fridays, we'll look at the last one. And then starting next week, we're going to start and we're going to look at the non-amendments, the things that were put up as amendments that did not pass. So that's probably the first thing we're going to do is we'll go through those. Anything that has, given a chance to be an amendment but did not pass the states, we'll take a look at all those. So, yeah. All right. Well, thank you for hanging out, and we will catch you on the next one. All right. Good night.